freaking megalodon.
Welcome back to DPT Bass Fishing, ladies and gentlemen, and today, man, we are back here after our last video was our final John boat update. We have now brought out the John boat for our very first John boat fishing video of the channel, man. I'm super excited, man. We're at a pretty small lake here, and we're gonna try to get on them and hopefully land some big ones here. We've seen a lot of big fish caught here. My buddy caught an 8-pounder last summer, and I mean, there's a lot of big fish in this lake. I fished it many times and seen it done multiple times, but now we got a boat to come out here, so I'm super stoked and super excited, man. But make sure to stay tuned. And today we have partnered up with Googan Squad, so make sure, man, if you see any of these baits or even this shirt that I'm wearing, make sure to go to GooganSquad.com and use code TCT10 at checkout for any of these baits or any Googan apparel or anything that I'm wearing or using today. Make sure to use that. Really help the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. But without further ado, let's go launch this boat and let's get in the water. Let's start catching some bass. Make sure you please like and subscribe and enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the water. Let's go. All right, you guys, we are now out on the water. We got the boat launched and we're all locked in and ready to go. We got our first spot here. We got a point right here that we're gonna fish, probably both sides of it, probably top water with the Googan Hummer and the Googan Poppin' Frog. But honestly, it's gonna take a little bit of time to get used to filming on a boat and getting everything all crisp and right. So hang in there with me, but we're gonna get all the film that we need to, but we're gonna try to do the best that we can. It's gonna take a few times. We're not gonna perfect this whole boat recording thing the first go around, but we're definitely gonna lock in and try to do our best. So stay tuned. Let's go catch some bass. Let's go. All right, man, we're at our first spot here. We got our first bait, which is gonna be the Googan Hummer. It's a black and gold bladed buzz bait from Googan. Honestly, my favorite topwater bait that they make, and just my favorite topwater bait in general. I use this bait. This is the bait that honestly really got me into fishing, and hopefully we can get it done today. Used to go to some neighborhood pond and just cast this Googan Hummer around in the late evenings, and it would absolutely catch them. It really got me into the fishing and honestly started my whole like fishing journey, honestly. Kind of kicked everything off for me. There you go. First fish of the day. Googan Hummer. Look at fish. Okay. Woohoo! Let's go. First fish of the day on the Googan Hummer. And he's a good one. Let's go. Check that out, y'all. On the Googan Hummer right in the freaking noggin. He popped it and we slammed him. Honestly, barely hooked, but we got it. Let's go. That's what we like to see, man. Googan Hummer annihilated. Check out that fish, man. We're gonna take a look at this one on the camera because it is our first fish on the John boat, man. Let's check them out. All right, you guys, check it out. Our first fish of the new John boat, man. Check them out. It's a beautiful largemouth bass right there on the Googan Hummer. We absolutely slammed him. We're gonna get a good release on this fish and get him right back in the water, man. But what a great fish to start off the new journeys on the John boat, man. Sweet fish. Let's get a good healthy release on this fish and get him right back in the water and try to catch another one. Let's go. All right, you guys, first fish on the John boat. Check him out. Maybe a good 1.5 pounds or so. We're gonna get him right back in the water here. Freaking beautiful fish right there to start off the day on the John boat. Check him out. Absolutely beautiful. Let's let him go. There he goes. Let's keep going. All right, you guys, man, we caught our first fish of the John boat, man. This is absolutely sick, man. Here's the bait that we use right here, the Googan Hummer, my favorite topwater bait all time. Not even because it's Googan, but literally just the fact that this bait literally started off my fishing career. I used to just go over to a neighborhood pond with a bunch of lily pads and throw this around and just catch fish after fish. Although they were absolute dinks every single time, it really started the addiction for bass fishing. But man, this is the Googan Hummer, the black color with the gold blade. And man, I love this bait. I could really add a trailer hook on there, probably catch a few more fish. But man, either way, let's get right back out there and try to catch another fish on the Googan Hummer and maybe some of these other Googan baits. Let's go. All right, you guys, that was our first fish there on the Googan Hummer. I don't know why, but my chest mount shut off. It said it overheated, but it's not even really hot. So honestly, I don't know what happened there, but at least one of our angles got the catch. But here we go, we're right back in it and ready to keep going and hopefully catch another one here. I don't know why my GoPros are saying they're overheating when it's not even hot outside at all. It's literally the coolest day in Texas it's probably been in like 2 months, and it's been raining, so I don't know why these GoPros are overheating. Alright you guys, man, we are done fishing this bank. It's been about like 30-40 minutes on this bank now, and we've covered the entire thing. We're gonna move over to another bank on this lake. We caught that one fish on the buzz bait. We're gonna switch it up here. It's still overcast, and the day's kind of moving on, so we might throw a little spinner bait or a chatter bait or something here to switch it up a little bit, because we're not getting the bites we want right now on the Googan Hummer. It did get us our first fish, but we want to get a lot more, so stay tuned and let's try to catch more fish and maybe a bigger fish. Let's go. All right, you guys, we are rocking with the Googan Zinger now, man. We switched up from the chatterbait and the buzz bait from earlier. We're now rocking with the spinnerbait, the little mini Googan Zinger. This thing's great, and hopefully land us a good old fish here. Let's go catch him. Good fish. Ooh, good fish. Really good fish. Oh, wow. That's a big one. That's a mega. Hold on. It's like a 5-pounder. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, that's a freaking mega. That's a freaking megalodon. Oh my God. Look at that freaking chomp on the Googan Zinger. Oh my God. He was not going nowhere. This might break my PB. This might be my PB right here. Holy smokes. This thing is a mega. Oh my gosh, it's lodged in there, boys. Holy smokes. This is wicked. Holy cow. Dude, that spinnerbait, he was going nowhere. It's like in there twice. Yes. Oh, look at that fish. Holy smokes, dude. That's a megalodon. Oh my gosh. Let's get a weight on this thing, dude. This thing is an absolute behemoth. Holy smokes. This might be my PB. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy smokes, dude. Look at this mega. Oh my God. All right, we're gonna get a weight on him. Oh, second fish to the John boat. There's no way. It says this is a 4.5-pounder. Hold on. We gotta reweigh that. I thought this was gonna be my PB. I don't think this is a 4.5, but it's saying 4.5 pounds. But man, that's crazy. Holy smokes, dude. That is crazy. Let's take a look at this fish on the camera. Oh my Lord. This thing is a behemoth. Holy smokes, you guys. This thing is an absolute behemoth. A 4.5-pounder right here. Check that fish out, dude. This thing is a mega. Look at that freaking face on it. Oh my God. First day on the John boat, we catch an absolute megalodon. Check that out, man. That is no kidding insane, dude. That is awesome. Let's get a good release on this fish, get him right back in the water. Let's go. Holy smokes, you guys. Look at this freaking fish. It's an absolute behemoth. It's an absolute mega. It's about 5 pounds, 4.5 the scale said, but check that out, dude. It's got an absolute dome on him. About to let him go, but man, look at him. Beautiful fish. Love to see it. There he goes. That's freaking sick. Let's go. Holy smokes, you guys. I'm absolutely shell shocked. Honestly, I hooked that fish. I saw it in the water. I was like, oh my God, that's a good fish. I pulled it up and honestly, my eyes were way bigger than what the fish were. I was over here saying PB, bro. That thing, it's been a while since we've caught a good fish on the channel, honestly. And man, that fish finally brought us back to the mega land where we caught a 5-pounder just now. And it has been quite some time since we've caught a 5+ pounder. So I don't know what was going through my mind when I was like, that's a PB. Not even close. But either way, man, that was freaking sick. Let's get right back out there and keep fishing. There's a lot of day left and a lot of fishing left we want to do. But man, that is a great way to rock and roll, man, and catch that freaking giant. Let's go. Man, that was crazy. The way we caught that last fish was absolutely insane. Absolute mega of a bass. On our first day on the John boat on the channel, man. That's freaking sick. Just the beginning of what's to come. Man, it's been a pretty interesting day, honestly. There's been moments where I've started to consider I'm not gonna have enough film to make a video today. And then there's been moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, this video is gonna be a banger. So honestly, I'm all over the place with how today is. It's been a pretty chaotic day, honestly. Took us about 30 minutes to catch our first fish. And then we didn't catch another fish for another 30 minutes. But he was a mega. So it's like, man, just gotta play the cards, I guess, and just ride it out. The bites are coming slow, but we're catching them. And it's been raining all day. I haven't been able to get any drone shots really, or that many B-roll shots, because of course the drone's not waterproof and neither is the big camera. So it's kind of hard to do a little bit of anything when it comes to these big B-roll shots and getting drone footage and things like that. It's pretty tough today with all this. It's been raining constantly all day. But if you've ever been wondering what the ideal weather looks like to throw a spinnerbait, you're looking at it. Overcast, not necessarily the rain part, but the overcast is as about perfect as it gets for a spinnerbait or even a chatterbait. But the rain could really stop. That'd be nice. It's honestly kind of annoying, and I didn't bring any of my rain gear. I checked the weather last night and I was like, oh, it's not gonna rain. I forgot I was in Texas and the weather switches up within the hour, so kind of cooked. Gonna be a little soggy one today. Hey, but as long as we're catching fish and none of my technology's getting destroyed in the water, I'm happy. It shouldn't rain hard though. It should just be like light rain the whole day, if anything. There's another fish. He's smaller. There we go. Third fish of the day. A little smaller one, no doubt. I don't know if the camera's soaked. There's another one right there. Number 3 on the day. Let's get him back in there. Thank you, brother. All right, you guys, a very interesting day so far, man. We just finished up our second bake, and we have definitely had our ups and downs today, man. It took 40 minutes to catch our first fish of the day, and wasn't too big, but about a good 1.5 pounds, not a bad fish. And then it took another 30 minutes or so, and we landed a freaking behemoth 5-pound largie, and then we landed another dink. But we're about to switch things up here. Honestly, it's a big learning curve today, working with all of the new things we're working with on the boat, and trying to work with all the camera gear and all that. We have the GoPro on my chest, we have the GoPro down here, recording the second angle, and trying to balance using this camera, as well as the drone. I haven't even got to use the drone yet because it's been raining. Same thing with this camera. The drone and this camera are not waterproof whatsoever. They'll be absolutely fried and cooked if I bring them out during the rain. But now we're getting a little pause. So we're gonna try to get some B-roll shots and stuff for you guys. But man, it's a big learning curve. I appreciate y'all sticking it through it with me, because man, this is completely new to me and completely new to you guys and the channel. So make sure to stay tuned. Let's move on to our third bank and try to catch more fish. Let's go. All right, we are now at bank number 3 of the day here. We're gonna be throwing the Googan Zinger a little bit more, and if we can't get any bites on it here soon, we'll probably switch up once again and try to get on something else, maybe a chatterbait bite or something. But the sky's cleared up a lot. It's still pretty overcast, but the spinnerbait bite may not get it done for too much longer. Might need to start looking for some fish out deep, or some cover along the banks, under trees or docks and things like that. So we're gonna keep fishing this bank and keep doing what we have been doing. And if it's not gonna pay off here on this bank, we'll probably switch it up. It's definitely been a fun fishing day here. We've caught fish, but it's been tough. We've caught fish a few different ways as well. It wasn't just all one way. We've caught one top water. We've caught two on a spinnerbait. Been pretty interesting today, no doubt. Yeah, we're gonna have the trolling motor on consistent or constant or whatever that stands for, and just keep going and try to cover water and do what we can. Throw this spinnerbait around everything we can and hope to land another big fish, or just a fish in general, because it's been a little bit since we've caught one. I know the last spot we finished off on one, but I want to keep catching them. Been here for quite some time today, and we only have a couple fish to show for it. But regardless of only the couple fish, that one big one makes up a lot of space from how the day, and I threw that over the branch, nice, of how the days went. So definitely clutched up right there, a little 5-pound kicker on the day. We'll take that every day. Since we're next to this tree, we're gonna punch this tree or flip the tree with this little bandito bug real quick. I think it's missing a claw, but like it still should work, but we'll see if we catch one. Probably not. We're just gonna fly through it real quick and see if we can't stick one. Yep, as expected, we didn't catch one there, but bandito bug is a great bait to flip around like that. So just thought it was worth a try. Nothing to really throw there with the spinnerbait, so might as well. Alright, you guys, and that is going to do it for today's video, man. We fished our third bank and came up short with 0 fish, man. But the Googan Zinger earlier really put in the work to put us over the board and make today a successful day, catching a 5-pounder and 3 fish on the day. Not the numbers we wanted, but we did find that big fish that we've been searching for a lot recently. And I really thank the John boat for that, and the Googan Zinger, of course, because that's the bait we caught it on. But man, the boat is going to allow us to fish so much water and land so much more bigger fish a lot more often. So man, I cannot wait to keep taking this thing out. This is just video 1 with the John boat, man. So many more videos to come, and a lot more often, man. So thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you liked any of the Googan baits that I used today, or the shirt I'm even wearing, make sure to use code TCT10 at GooganSquad.com. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in for the very first John boat video on the water, out here catching some fish. And until next time when we catch more bass, peace out.